school right around the corner, you've probably heard both of the terms e-learning and virtual learning. They sound the same, but there is one very big difference.
As kids get ready for a different start to the new school year, we're hearing a lot of terms to describe the way they'll learn online. Let's break down the two you've likely heard the most: e-learning and virtual learning. E-learning, or electronic learning, is online instruction by a teacher where students can join and complete at their own pace on their own schedule. This is what many districts did this spring, allowing families to fit schoolwork in while juggling their new work-from-home life. With virtual learning, it's more interactive. Students join live lessons with their teachers and have the capability to ask questions and even chat with their classmates. Come this fall, you may see a combination of both of these in your child's back-to-school plan as educators work to accommodate the individual learner and family schedules.